I just never seen somebody, eat such amounts. That's all.
You know what? I was eating some. Hey, look. So I was eating some chicken wings around Sheena one time. Sheena, shout out to Sheena. And
Yeah, shout out Sheena.
she was like, she looked at me in them chicken wings. She was like, "Yo, you inhaling them damn chicken wings, yo." She said, "I bet them chicken wings was." Hey, she funny though. She was like, "I bet them chicken wings was thinking like, oh man, I made it out. I done got out the grease." And then they looked over at you and was like, "Oh shit." She was like, "You them chicken wings up, yo." I was like, "You right.
That's crazy.
Pretty bad on the chicken wings." What's going on, family, and welcome to another episode of Room 518 from ATL to Raleigh. I decided to put that in there tonight. Hey. It's great to have you guys with us tonight, man. Go ahead and grab your drinks and your water or whatever have you. You know what I mean? We got an interesting conversation today. I definitely look forward to speaking with my boy Dant. And again, y'all have your boy Big Country and also Dant in the building tonight. How you doing, bro?
What's up, y'all? I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't know. I was ready for this today. I'm pumped up. I'm just excited to be here, man. I don't really know why. I'm just, I don't know. I feel like it's been a long time since the last time. I think you know what it was? We didn't talk this as much through this week as we have in past weeks. I think the week is kind of settling into work on both ends and just kind of getting everything worked out. I mean, we spoke, but I think, we have a lot of, back and forths usually during the week, and we didn't have that. So it's good to see you, man.
Man, it's good to see you too. Bro, it's been a crazy week for me, training, and that's what I've been dealing with. Like, we're focusing on training. I think I might have texted you for some graphics or something we were working on earlier in the week. But that's about it. That's the only thing we text about. But man, I had to grill for the church. So my church celebrated my pastor's birthday this weekend, and my dad told me he needed me to grill some ribs. Okay.
High praise. High praise.
2 cases. I'm like, 2 cases. I'm thinking a case is maybe 4 slabs of ribs or something. Man, my dad came over here with 16 slabs of ribs, bro. I grilled all night long, bro. I didn't stop grilling. I had to go to work.
Manly.
Yeah, bro. The whole house smelled like smoke, and I wasn't even grilling in the house. It's just all the smoke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's you going in and out too with all that smoke on you. Dog followed me around all day long when I grill. Yeah, man, he just is constantly with me, waiting.
That sound about right too, bro. I think what's crazy is it was like, so it hit about 3 a.m. I was like, man, I still got about another hour. And all I was thinking to myself is, I still got to take a shower because I can't get in my bed smelling like this. I'm like, damn. Because I didn't take a shower early on. I was like, I know, like, if you grilling this much and you got this much wood burning, you're about to smell like a barbecue pit. So ain't no point in taking no shower and thinking, okay, I took my shower for the night. It's none of that. Like, so, man, I called myself waiting and, trying to get myself together. And by 4 o'clock, I was like, I do not feel like taking a shower, but I have to. I was so sad. I really wanted to lay down, bro. And I really wanted to lay down, but
feeling when you just are so tired. We just like, come on, y'all, just let me.
No, you can't.
Rest.
Can't get it,
but
man.
You can't. You got to do
bro.
You got to do that because that's changed the sheets right now because you're gonna smell every time you turn over. You're gonna smell smoke.
Yeah, bro, and that would piss me off, bro. That would make me get up out my sleep and change my sheets and take a shower.
Let me tell you, one of the last times I grilled them, I'm just jumping in real quick. I was outside for a minute, and so I think I had to go somewhere to do something. Either way, I took a shower before I went there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't wash my hair, though. And so I'm kind of new to the whole hair growth thing, right? So I didn't think about it. So I'm at wherever I'm at, and I keep turning and I'm like, I got somewhere. I think I went to the bathroom and was like, "Oh no!" And my whole head just smelled like smoke, like smelled like smoked meat. Just, I was like, "Oh man!" And I'm sitting here, I'm looking decent. You know what I mean? I had to be at something. I don't know, some kind of meeting. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
bro.
I was just like, I wonder if everybody smells that my hair smells like,
Somebody
like
smelled it.
I've been
Somebody
at.
was like, "Boy, I'm on some ribs all of
Anybody
a
hungry
sudden."
for some? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just,
But what you was saying?
no, like, so what's crazy is I ended up taking a shower and going to bed. And, I'm right-handed, so I'm washing like this, clean everything. And I'll hit this part with my left hand, but I don't think I scrub my arm quite as good as I do the rest of my body with, my left
Okay.
hand. And so I'm laying
Yeah.
up, sleep in the bed. I'm like, I still smell it
Mm.
on my arm, bro. It wasn't strong, but it was still
It
there.
was
It wasn't,
embedded deep. Yeah,
yeah, bro.
yeah.
I was
That
like,
smoke
yeah.
get in.
Yeah, man. So I was like, dang, bro, I'm tripping. Like, cause I even washed my hair. I knew I needed to wash my hair. You know, touche.
Yeah.
I knew before I went to let me wash the beard real good, the hair, cause I'll be in my sleep like this. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Just be smelling it, man. So I did do that.
Man,
But tonight, man, was today we went out, did a double date with my sister and her boyfriend, me and my lady. And bro, I think that I think that I'm not in a midlife crisis or nothing, but I do think that I'm starting to develop a problem that's unhealthy for me.
funny way to start that.
No, I mean, because I don't know how to say, like, bro, I hate going out. I like we used to, man, we
That's
go out
it.
all the time.
That's a way to do it right there.
But that sucks, bro. Like, cause I don't really want to say I hate going out. Like, so I think I don't mind going. I don't want to go when it's busy. Like, I want to know that the
Okay.
rest,
I get that.
you
I get
know,
that. I share in that. I really, the only times I would prefer to go any place is when it's not busy. Second to not going at all. So I prefer to not go, but if I have to go, I prefer it not be, the peak of the day. Uh
oh, oh my
yeah.
God.
But somehow you always still end up at the peak of the day, right?
And is it me? See, I feel like I be acting old, bro. Like, is it me or is food like it's so expensive to go out now, bro? Like the same restaurant you would have spent like $80 back in the day, and it would have been a great date, bro.
Oh
We
yeah.
touching $200, and I'm like, yo, we touched $200, and I'm not even impressed. Like, what does impressive food cost now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, oh, oh,
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I
If you
feel
like,
like
if you, especially if you hit the part of the territory where you like, I could do this.
I can make it taste
You know
better.
what I mean?
Oh
You
my
do
God.
this, right? Are you looking over at her like you do this better than this? Come on, we're paying
Oh
for
man,
this. No,
and I've said that.
I feel
I've
you.
literally said that to we've been out. I'm gonna tell you when you know it's bad. I've been out with my kids and they've been like, uh, "Dad, y'all make all this stuff better." I'm just like, you know what, bro? It's hard to go out. And I think that's the problem now because when I'm going out, I'm looking at the menu and I'm going, "What on here can I not make, or what on here I can make, but I probably don't do it as good as they would do it." So now I'm extra deep into the ingredients. Like, okay, they putting this in there, they putting this in there. Like, ooh, I don't use that. They're probably gonna tang it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm literally that.
Yeah.
And then I look over at the price for the one thing I like, and I'm like, oh, they want $65 for this one. Like, ain't this about a bitch? Like, give me the plain Tam. Give me the plain. Just give me the plain salmon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, so
yeah.
that's what I've been dealing with, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man, for real.
Uh, but I'm realizing that, my lady needs the time out. So we gotta start going out a little bit more. And when we left, because I left to so tonight, I ain't even ate. Like, I went out tonight. We went to one restaurant, we ordered some appetizers and a drink. The service was so bad, and one of the appetizers was so trash. I'm like, the
Mm.
other appetizer was questionable, but the sauce was good that you put on it. So I'm like, okay, I can at least finish these little mini tacos off.
You know how I am
Mm.
about sauce. If it need the sauce, in order for
It
it to be
ain't
good.
right, bro. It ain't right, bro. So I was like, but the sauce was good. It was like this spicy chipotle type sauce. So I'm like Southwest Chipotle type sauce. So I ate that. Um, and it was just some little small little fish tacos. And we left. We paid. I was like, dude, so we had two appetizers and two drinks.
Fish tacos
It's-
was an appetizer?
yeah, they were little
What
small
kind of
tacos.
restaurant was this?
It was supposed to be nice and high end. That shit was, I don't know, bro. That shit was trash. I was definitely ready. I'm not gonna say their name. You know, I'm gonna let people, go feel that for yourself. Go feel that pressure for yourself. But what I know is I spent almost $100 for two appetizers, and that weren't good. One of them was okay, and the other one weren't. The other one we took one scoop out of the spoon scoop out of it and left it there, and two drinks. None of the drinks were good. I'm not gonna argue about the drinks. They were nice. They were,
Okay.
but we had to leave. This is like 30 minutes after being there, maybe 45. We had to leave because it took a while. Um, so we leave there and we try another restaurant. And this restaurant it was just too many people, bro. It was in like one of those areas like the middle of Raleigh downtown where they got like it's the up and coming scene for the little area. And I was like, oh, it was way too many people. I'm not feeling this at all. But we here, you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in, you know. We we asked for a table, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by. They said it would be about 20 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes go by, 35 go by. I looked at them, I said, hey, I'm about to go. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go home. Like, I was like, yo, I looked at my sister, I said, we're gonna have to do this another time. Like, I got other stuff I gotta take care
Was
of.
she upset?
Nah, she wasn't upset. She understood because they were starting to get a little antsy too, but they were all willing to chill and wait. You know, Maja was willing to chill and wait, and I was just kind of like, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody
That
got to,
was your yeah, I know the feeling. I know the
oh,
feeling. 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
in a
And
place that's,
and I've already not eaten for much longer. Like you've been at a restaurant and everything else. Yeah, my patience would have been so low. I would have just been grabbing something on the way home before I even went to that second restaurant, to be perfectly honest. Like,
you see what I'm saying? And so it was
yeah.
kind of that. It was kind of that. But I'm gonna tell you something. That ride going home was quiet. It was
Oh,
so
I
quiet.
imagine. I imagine. Yeah.
I said, ooh, ah, I know I made her mad. Well,
Yeah.
well, I couldn't do it. I
You
couldn't do
didn't
it.
you should
Oh,
have stopped for a milkshake or something on the way home. She like milkshake?
oh man. You know what? I was like, because when we started dating, we would go to meet at Chili's all the time. I was like, can I do a quick pull up at Chili's? Because they'll get you, and just because I was like,
Yeah.
I could order it online real quick and pick it up on the way to the house. To kind of because she's like, I don't want no fast food. She was in that mode, and I'm just like, oh, but it is what it is, bro. I'm not gonna dwell on that, bro. What I am gonna dwell on is the fact that we are, as graduates of Southwest DeKalb, we lost a great one in the community, bro.
Oh,
So
oh man. You know I'm
that
so
was the
late on
biggest
social
part of the week.
media. I saw this like a day later or something like this. Yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah, so being graduates of Southwest DeKalb, one of the biggest pillars at Southwest DeKalb, and it doesn't matter if you were there in the '80s, the '90s, the early 2000s. Coach William Buck Godfrey has passed away at the age of 83 years old. So he did get to live
Wow.
a good life, man. But
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. And he wasn't just a coach, man. He wasn't just a coach.
no,
I knew him. He was
yeah,
my English teacher, and a good one. Let me tell you something. When I looked and saw his name on my schedule, I was terrified because I've
you
seen him in the hallways. I've seen him on the field. We were in the band, so our field, you could see their field. They could see us play. We could see them play. Practice or whatever. And so you could hear them. We went for breaks similar times also.
you, 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 you,
And so, you know, and I was nervous. And he turned out to be exactly what I thought he was, but then he turned out to be so
So
much more than that too,
agreed, agreed.
and man, dude was brilliant. And I mean, taught me to look at stuff in ways that I wasn't, to I mean, broke down Shakespeare and stuff like that in a way that made you understand what these people were going through and really set the scene. It wasn't just a bunch of flowery words. He made you really understand it. And he
Man,
was really tough though, but his language was loaded with a lot of, wisdom. It's like
bro,
somebody threw a rock at you and hit you with a rock, but the rock had a bunch of stuff that would help you in life written on it. You know what I
hey,
mean?
that's
And
actually fair, bro. I'm gonna
yeah.
say he was the first person to. This is crazy, man. This is the first person I've ever met that made me feel like you can have layers to your life, like
For sure.
real layers. Because when you
For
meet,
sure.
if you're just a student that goes to Southwest DeKalb, you think Coach Buck Godfrey, tough guy, just just a brute that takes care of the football team, real good with the football team, winner. You know what I'm saying? Those are the descriptive things that you come up with because you're watching them. You watching them run the players. You watching them cuss. You watching them do all those things. You're not seeing the more eloquent version of him or the more I don't even know what you want. I would say educated, but no, he showed that once you meet him and understand who he is, he was showing that even as a coach. You just didn't know it because you didn't know him. And it was man, I will say this for sure. Coach Godfrey was the best literature teacher that I had from elementary school to that I had him in my sophomore year to my sophomore year of high school, and he ended up being the best literature teacher I ever had. Period.
Mm,
Period.
for sure, man.
The way
I
that he
had him for
read,
one semester, 10th grade, and one semester, 11th grade.
for real, how you get him 2 different semesters one time?
Man, we could go into my actual transcript and schedule and be talking some crazy stuff for days. My brother and
Wow.
I's names are really close
Okay.
somehow in the
Okay.
roster, and we had mix-ups of all kinds all the time.
Whoa. Mm,
So at least I did. So,
that's
but
crazy.
anyway,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, man, yeah, absolutely. He was a great, and he was very interesting to watch too because the things he said had meaning whether you understood what he was trying to tell you or not. Uh,
Yeah.
and he spoke real rough, real tough. Like, I mean, he would cuss a student out, or
Clean,
generally just
clean
cuss
out.
in his speech,
Yeah.
talking to you.
Just
You know what I'm
talking. Just
saying?
talking, bro.
And I think that part was the most unnerving because just like, I remember the principal walking in. You remember the principal, very slow spoken,
Michael
drawl,
Hall.
Dr.
Was that Dr. Hall?
Henson, I
No,
want
that
to
was
say.
damn, I can't remember his
I want
name,
to
but
say it
I
was
know
Dr.
exactly.
Henson or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it.
But this
Ooh,
dude came, he sidled up to the classroom door, because Coach Godfrey's door was pretty much always open. And sidled up to the door and he turned around and was like, "What the F you doing in here?" Like that. "Get the F out of my classroom."
Did we have the
And dude
same?
turned
Did we
around.
have the
No,
same
no, we
class,
didn't. No, but he probably did it anytime he came by there because he
bro? He
did it more than
literally,
once. I witnessed it more than once and he walked away. He turned and walked away. He didn't engage him. He turned and walked away. And I
bro.
was like, this man's untouchable.
Hey, bro, I realized then that really he was the principal of the high school, bro.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
I
yo,
made
Coach Book
sure
might
I
be the
set up
principal.
close, but not too close. He didn't like people that sat in the back. You
Nope.
know, he didn't care if you ate in his classroom, but I don't eat in front of people, so that wasn't a problem. Well, I don't eat in front of people like that. Public lounge just be chowing down like that, in a
Yeah,
public space. You know,
you're not like me. You're not like me, cause
so that wasn't a
yeah,
problem for me.
yeah,
That wasn't you probably eat on this thing if we had like a food episode or something, wouldn't you?
bro. I thought about it. I thought about it. I thought about bringing a good plate that my lady can cook, bro. I definitely thought about it.
Yeah. I dare you. Go ahead and do it. It's fine.
No,
Who
because you're gonna be
cares?
talking.
Whatever.
You're gonna be
This your
talking
space, man.
cash
This your
money.
space.
You're gonna be talking cash money. We're gonna just keep the
We
drink
ate in
flowing.
room 518 all the time.
And you talk cash money. You
I
talk
did.
cash money then. Ain't nothing changed, baby. Ain't nothing changed.
I just never seen somebody, eat such amounts. That's all.
You know what? I was eating some. Hey, look. So I was eating some chicken wings around Sheena one time. Sheena, shout out to Sheena. And
Yeah, shout out, seen it.
she was like, she was like, she looked at me in them chicken wings. She was like, "Yo, you inhaling them damn chicken wings, yo." She said, she said, "I bet them chicken wings was." Hey, she funny though. She was like, "I bet them chicken wings was thinking like, oh man, I made it out. I done got out the grease." And then they looked over at you and was like, "Oh shit." She was like, "You them chicken
Oh,
wings up, yo." I was like, "You right, you right.
that's
I'm
crazy.
pretty bad on the chicken wings."
Yeah,
But no,
man. No,
back to
you
Coach.
ravenous.
Well, I
But
mean,
yeah,
because I'm hearing you talk about the issue with what's his name, Dr. Henson? I can't remember the principal name. I definitely remember him coming up to our class door and Coach Buck, he might have said something like, "The hell you want?" And looked over at him, and then he just went back to teaching the class. And Doc stood outside the door for a minute, stood out there a little bit longer, and then left. Like, but Coach was like, "I'm gonna finish my lesson first. You ain't gonna interrupt me while I'm teaching." And he meant that. But do you got an interesting? Because I got an interesting story about him. I'm gonna tell in a second.
go
So,
with yours first. I'm gonna see what you deem
all right,
interesting.
all right. So this is a true story, man. We had a situation where it was a dude in the class. Excuse me, guys. He was kind of
All right.
disruptive.
Okay.
He was kind of, "I'm
Mhm.
drinking and I ain't ate." Look, like when we had a dude in class, bro, he was real disruptive. You know how when the classes start off at the beginning of the year, you got people that's trying to test the waters, bro. And he was definitely trying to test the waters. And coach was like, coach
In Coach Godfrey class?
bro, in Coach Godfrey class, bro. And
That's crazy.
coach was like, hey, not all that talking in my class. You ain't gonna be doing all that. Coach. Now this is coach ain't cussing him out, but coach just talking hard. You know what I mean? And dude felt like he just it happened like a week. It went a week on. Maybe this was like the second or third week of the class. And coach was like, "Hey, you get the fuck out." He told him like that. And he told him, he said, "Don't never come back. Don't you ever come back to my class." He said, "You good. Don't worry about your grade. Don't come back to my class." And when he left, Coach Buck literally looked at us and he said, "Hey, look, let me tell y'all something." He's like, "I don't like coming hood roaches." He used to call he used to call young women who didn't act right, who was
Gorillas and
call us all types of hood somethings, you know what I mean?
yeah.
He was like, "Don't come in my class acting like coming hood roaches, like you ain't got no training, like your parents don't love you." And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, he said, "Let me tell you something. If I put you out my class and I put you out my class and tell you can't come back, you ain't gonna be shit." And I was just like, damn. First of all, I'm thinking like, that's tough as fuck. Like, how you gonna say that man ain't gonna be shit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bro, no lie. Before the semester ended, bro was in jail for armed robbery. He served 10 years in jail, 10 years in
that's
prison.
wild. That's wild.
Like, it was like coach was like, because he would deal with if he got into a back and forth with you and you had a problem with it, he'd kick you out for the day. And when you came back the next day, he wouldn't say nothing else about it. He'll just,
Yeah.
"Hey, we good today? We cool."
I saw him kick plenty of people out. I'd never heard anybody go back and forth with him before. I saw him kick a dude out for having an earring. I saw him kick a dude out for eating a honey bun.
He ain't like the
I
way he ate it.
saw
He ain't like the way he ate it. It was making too
he
much
liked the
noise.
fact that he was eating a honey bun. Yeah, because it was I think what was it? He kicked the dude out once for lotioning up in the classroom. I don't think he kicked him out. I think he just kind of berated him on that. He belittled him in front of everybody. But I mean, that's what it was, man. I mean, but you're right. He never really harped on that. So he just said whatever he said. He still kind of he said stuff about me before, but and it was like not harsh stuff. It was just like stuff.
Pointed. He
And
real pointed. Real pointed.
yeah,
You know?
but I do remember seeing him after I had graduated and I was on campus, and he introduced me to a guy. It was like somebody who worked at the school or whatever, and he just saw me walking by and was like, "Hey, you know." He remembered my name and everything. Well, he called me Collins, but he remembered my name.
Hey, Colin.
And right, and was saying, when I met this boy, he was dumb as hell. Now he's a genius. That's what he said to me.
That
He
sound about
introduced me
right.
like that
That
as a
sound.
genius.
That sound like that. That sound
So
like Coach.
yeah, that's what he said, and I was just like, I know I was smiling huge because he remembered my name. It had been
Yes.
a couple years since I had talked to him, or seen him, and he see kids all the time.
You know
So
what
I mean, I
though?
thought that was super cool.
I think the his ability to remember so many people came from how much intellect that he carried. Nobody realizes how smart Coach was because you just think about him as a coach, but he was a Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah,
And he had
boxer, a
he had
poet.
a poet, one of the best. Bro, the hardest part of his class was if you just read, like you can read. I'm not gonna say you can't read if you read slower. I'm not a fast reader like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's the first teacher I ever heard chunk people off for not reading fast enough. Like you can
Yeah, yeah,
read,
yeah,
get
yeah,
like
yeah.
he ain't pull no punches. He would read, which I watched him tell it because we would have to read the Shakespeare shit. And if you couldn't close to read it like the way that they said it, he would get so frustrated and read the whole little stanza to you and read it like with
Yeah.
so much vigor. And I'm
Yeah,
just,
with the flowery kind of
yeah,
words, which
like,
you
why
wouldn't
you not
expect a
talking
man
like
like
they
him
talk?
to read it like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he reminded me of that dude, Professor Foster from Different World. You know what I'm talking about? He was one of their English professors, like first year or so. He talked real theatrically. Black
yeah,
dude. He was kind of balding here. And the way he recited it was kind of way that man spoke all the time. He
yeah.
reminded me of that dude. But I was like,
That's
oh, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It's just interesting to be in the room.
fast.
Always sat close enough, but not front row because I won't get called out for nothing. But I don't want to be too far back. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll call you out for sitting too far back. So I was always like second row, just off the center. So he couldn't see me all that good. But yet I was like right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, but good. I mean, really good. I know folks remember him as like the one of the winningest, if not winningest, coach in Georgia
Cab County
football.
history. Yeah,
DeKalb County history, but he was a heck of a teacher, though. Like
bro.
really.
I
So
think
I mean, I just want to make sure people know that he wasn't just I mean, and not being just a football coach isn't a small feat either, but what I'm saying is he was so much more than that to so many people who didn't play sports, people who weren't on that field still had a chance to learn from him, uh
and
and
he
I'm
was a
grateful
swim
for it.
coach. He was a swim coach.
He
I
was a
mean,
swim coach also.
yeah,
I went to a few swim meets as well, and I was like, this dude
he do everything, bro. Like,
does
eh,
everything.
I think it was just so incredible to
Yeah, because
see.
they swam at Columbia, right?
Uh,
I went
don't.
to a few meets there. Columbia had a pool, which was crazy.
Yeah, I know we didn't. Yeah, no, none
They
of
ain't
that.
gonna give us no pool.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
But I will say, man, just the way that he every and that was one of the things I wanted to make sure that we did, that we articulated that we're not speaking on him as a coach, we're speaking on him as a teacher. You know, everybody's gonna talk about how good of a coach Coach Buck Godfrey was, but the people that
Yeah.
had a chance to know him as a literary writer, as an orator, because he could speak. Like when coach wanted to hear you speak like at a certain level and be distinguished in your talk, he didn't just tell you to do it, he showed you how to do it. And I thought that was always dope to see. And even me being as big a guy as I am, when it came to football, because he talked to me a couple times about playing football. He liked me in school,
Is
he
that
liked
right?
me in class.
Not surprising.
Yeah. But what I appreciated is because I didn't play football in high school. Once I messed up my leg and I got in that band, I was like, I'm a band member. That is it. Like I get to be around girls all day. I'm gonna tell you what messed that up too. The way the locker room smelled was so bad, bro. I just couldn't push myself to get on the football team. After I walked in the locker room like 2 or 3 times, I was like, I can't do
It's
this.
inhuman. It's
I
inhuman.
can't, bro.
I
No,
I
never
will
should smell like
I will confess though, I was more or less used to it by the time we had been there for a couple years, because the stairs in the back end of it took you up to the, whatever part, and then you could when you had to go to the bathroom during band class or something, I mean, the locker room was right there. Eventually, you just kind of got over it, but
bro.
I
I
don't think I
never,
would have wanted to be in it all the time. They were having meetings in there. They were sitting in there, in those other rooms and stuff. They were in there a lot. I
bro.
just
That
feel
shit
like you
smelled
just
like
start to
algae.
smell like that once you're in there for
Oh,
a while. But
oh,
my
oh
first
my.
couple times, you're right. It was like bracing, like that smell, because you smell it when they open the door. Like it
Yeah,
gets
it hits you
pushed
in your
out
face.
the.
Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
it gets you before you go in that door. That smell's already coming at you.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
smell of a million gym shorts not being washed ever. Like it smelled like that, bro. It smelled like,
socks, shorts,
oh man.
towels,
Oh, oh, that was one of the,
uniforms,
yo, I don't even know.
pants, all the stuff just sitting in there
Every piece of
mildewing,
sweat.
and
Just,
yeah,
ooh, we just rancid.
it wasn't
Like
great.
that's the word. That's
It
the
wasn't
word.
great.
It
That's a good
wasn't
word
so.
for it.
That definitely pulled me away from the wanting to play football in Southwest. Because when
Wow,
I
the
thought
locker room,
about
that's
going,
hilarious. I didn't want to get hit.
yeah, because when I thought about trying it, I'm like, you know what? Because it wasn't a tryout. He wanted me to play. You know what I mean? I would have. I was a big kid. It's like, oh, you can't teach size like that. So we'll figure out how to get him to where he good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but when I told him like, no, I'm good. I'm in band. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I remember him telling me, he was like, look, long as you doing something, it don't even matter. You know what I mean? Like if you happy with band, be happy with
But he
band.
respected the band too, though.
He
You
did.
know
He
what I
did.
mean?
He
Our
did.
leaders got along very well. Like he got along very well with the band directors, and they coordinated on stuff all the time.
They did.
Entrances and whatever else. It was. I felt like we were all kind of in that family. It's not like that. The trope that you see at our school, band had a lot of pull. So I mean, it wasn't like the traditional thing you might see on TV, where it's like all the football folks picked on the band. It was like, no,
No,
if we didn't come out there, this game would suck. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
and
Like
they
y'all can
knew it.
play, but we keep it live out here. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they
So I
knew it.
mean, it
It was
was
definitely
a relationship, and I think that he definitely respected that. But yeah,
mhm,
man. I wonder sometimes because we saw the practices, but the parents didn't really get a chance to see the practices
that's true.
and hear how he was speaking and stuff like that. Do you think it would have been a lot of uh like upset parents or do you think they all got it? I mean, we grew up with coaches and stuff.
I was about to say, given the period that we grew up in, it would have been okay. Um, to be truthful with you, as a kid in high school, my parents was the older generation of parent though in our years because my parents were already
Okay.
a little bit older when I was in high school, so they were like in their 50s. Versus
Okay.
everybody else's parents was like in their late 30s and 40s. Um, so that was a little bit different, but because of that, my parents was
My
like
parents were
all
in
the
their
stuff
early
that was
30s.
considered hard, where people would go home and complain about. My mom and them used to be like, "Well, that's just part of it." Yeah, that's part of it. Like when they got to the
Life is
point where
hard.
yeah, like my mom never had a problem because when we first got in the band, we would practice to 9:30 at night, and it wouldn't, it wasn't no complaining. It was like this is what we doing, and then all of a sudden they like you could barely make a person do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah, man, for real. Now, that didn't really happen to us until we got to college. There,
yeah,
they were like,
bro,
no, no, you can't be telling them no. And I'm like, how are we supposed to get through to this sorry tell if
we can't make them do a
we
couple
can't make
push-ups.
them do anything? Right.
You want us to
Man,
stop
I'm like, man,
practicing
y'all so
weird?
weak. But we came in there first year going, man, y'all weak, man. Y'all weak. I see why y'all hey, we doing it anyway. Get
yeah.
out. But he said, I don't care what he said.
I don't care
Get
what he said. Meet
out.
me in my room. We having sectional after dark. Like
we gonna do it anyway.
They're like, oh, we can't play because it's a neighborhood around. All them hood people stay in the neighborhood over there, man. Ain't nothing but the hood around here. We still practice.
Right. We hear their music over here.
For real. That's what, yo,
right.
It's so crazy, man. But you know what though? It was a lot of the people that came to this show, and I don't know why we got so lucky in that moment where we ended up getting a lot of like good players that came from other programs to help us build. They just didn't have the same discipline. They love to talk during practice, and I never understood that. Like I didn't come from a place where we could talk during practice. You know what I'm saying? You could swipe at
no, I didn't
lines and
get
none of
any
that.
of that. That's what I'm saying. I think we all got there and was like, what is happening right now? Like everybody's talking and complaining and when we going how long we gonna be out? I'm like, what?
Boy, that would have got us here another hour.
right.
You would have never went home.
I just was surprised at how everything was going. And the fact that he wasn't losing it. He's like, all right, guys, we're gonna give it a water break. You guys come back in what, like 10, 15 minutes? You guys say 10, 15 minutes? Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
Whereas we came from a place where you get 5 minutes and all 300 people.
But you better run to that sideline, get your water,
get your ass back on the field. It was
get back out here. No, I mean we ain't gonna say we never took water breaks, but it was not like when we got up here.
Look,
that
bro,
was ridiculous.
It's funny because we're talking about like the youthful days. We have a special slid under the door today. And I chose this one because I knew we were going to be talking about Coach Buck. So I was like, I think this is a good one to talk about. And I'll let you run it if you want to run the clip, and we can go from there.
Okay. Let me get that for you.
We can.
Wait for it.
What's wrong? But your kid is out of control. The overly emotional man.
My goodness.
It was a lot to that clip, bro. It's layers to that clip, bro. But like I don't.
That's tough.
Like I said,
that's tough. So at first glance, okay, whoever, I can't remember who sent that to us, but shout out. I'm gonna figure it out, and once I do, I'm gonna put your name up on the screen before we put this thing out. But appreciate y'all for sliding that under the door. But yeah, what was your first thought on that? I've seen that one before actually, but what was your first thought?
Like I see like two regularly competitive kids who have a moment, right? Like as a parent, I'm thinking like, okay, it's just a moment. But when I saw that white kid parent grab the other dude kid and like kind of like grab him hard, all I was thinking was, oh shit. And then I didn't know if nothing was coming, but because at first I'm thinking like somebody mama is about to get up cussing and it's about to be a whole problem. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. A black man comes running down and past the camera and wah! I mean, he stood him up, bro. He stood him up. And I was just like, oh, what I was trying to figure out, what would I do in that situation? Because I would like to think that I would have tried not to tackle him, but you ain't gonna be grabbing my kid. You ain't gonna be grabbing my kid.
That's because and that's real. That's the real thing because you're hitting on something. The boy was wrong. Okay, that was unsportsmanlike conduct. All right, let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. That was unsportsmanlike conduct. But at the same token, he was done doing it. He had already let the boy go.
They both had a moment. It looks like before we saw him ram the other kid, it looks like the kid had been kind of spatting a little bit just in the process of playing defense and offense of it in that moment. And so, a black kid probably got worked up like, you gonna, you know what I mean? We see that happen. That is not uncommon. What is uncommon is for a parent to grab any child, even for another coach
Yeah.
to grab a
He
child.
on the other team, you
Yeah.
grab my kid for what? They were done. It wasn't like you were pulling them apart. You weren't pulling them apart. So there was no reason for you to. I still would have had words with him.
Yeah,
That much I know for sure. I don't know if I would have straight up. I mean, wow, that takes me back. Well, I can't really get him in trouble. He hadn't passed on by now, but that takes me back to football when I was playing Little League football. So,
okay,
my coach had this thing called the bull ring, right? So if you got in trouble for a variety of reasons, whatever he thought rose to this high level of, needing a punishment such as this, it didn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
But, it did happen and it didn't happen to everybody. It just happened. It would happen every once in a while. And he would put you in the center and the team would, circle up around you and they'd have you like spin around or something like this to kind of disorient you, and then he would call out numbers, so that person, whichever number he called out, was running toward you, so you don't know where they are, so you got to be on guard the whole time. I was in there once, and sometimes he would do it as a challenge too. I mean, people voluntarily went into the bull ring, so I mean, it's not like I'm trying to say he did something terrible, but
that was a make a pride of your kids.
Yeah, because I remember doing it and, lasting quite a while before I got taken down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, yeah, it was quite a few rounds, maybe 5 or 6 before. I mean, the person who took me down was just overwhelmingly strong because I could get super low. You know what I mean? I get pretty low. I was going to undercut you about every time. You know what I'm saying? But this dude was just so strong. He took me down too. Yeah, and so
man,
what we're gonna do? But that took me back. Yeah,
I think though, like I think when I see stuff like that,
him hard.
Yeah, because he dad snatched bro up. But my thing was that the coach or the parent that did that? I don't know who he was,
I
But
don't know.
either way, don't grab my kid and stop my kid when they were clearly you could tell they both had a moment, and he just grabbed them. Because I'm like, at this point, they both could probably. I pull my player to the side. Hey, you give me 20 push-ups real quick. Let's get them out. Let's knock them out. Because you can't do that in a game. That's not what we teaching. You're gonna come sit over on this bench and think about what you did. Or you gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do something. But what I gotta do is I gotta protect my child first. Like if I'm the coach of the other team or if I'm the player, I gotta protect other player's parent. I still have to protect my child. It's just how does that look? You see me, bro?
Yeah.
This thing just went big, bro. I don't know what just happened.
I didn't know you could see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm messing with my own view. Has it been moving around the whole time?
No, just now. I'm like, I only see
just that one time.
I only see you.
Yeah.
I don't see myself anymore.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. No,
I'm sorry. I was trying to give myself a better look because I feel like my eyes are moving around a lot.
Nah,
so I was trying to see where I could more look right at you. But then I realized, I couldn't see myself anymore either. But you said something instantly. I didn't get a chance to react myself. That's hilarious.
Bro, I got some good questions. I got some, hold on. I got some, so we're talking about child athlete stuff. Let me see. Or something. I got like a question. So, as a kid, what sport do you think that you was good at, that as you got older, you realized you absolutely were not? Like, oh no, I really sucked at that shit.
Well, I will say this. I have played a sport that I guess maybe when I went into it, I probably thought I would be good. But this was, really young as a kid. It's probably the first sport I played was baseball, t-ball, baseball, any of those, where you're swinging like that. And it just did not interest me at all. And for all my athleticism, I just was not good at that. So, and I think what it was I don't know. I just didn't have any interest in it. I didn't have any interest in trying to hit the ball. I didn't have any interest in trying to go and get the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball, because they put you out here in this outfield and you waiting for a bunch of other 6-year-olds to hit a ball that's coming back there. You know what I mean?
What?
And so I'm just, at some point, because I know my parents, I used to hear them talk about this on the way home. I don't know if they knew I knew they were talking about me or if I was in on it too. I mean, it was a long time ago. But yeah, they will tell you he's out there, chasing butterflies. He playing with, whatever else. and I was, though. I was not paying attention to the game anymore. I just.
You know what, though? It takes a while because when you young, like, if it ain't coming out there, you lose your focus. But given your size and how fast you were, bro, you probably would have been a pretty good baseball player, bro. You probably would have been a pretty good baseball player over time.
We'll never know.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Okay. Let me see. Where was it? It was something else I saw. What activities did you waste your parents' money in?
Again, that probably would have been it. That I think that probably.
I didn't.
That probably would have been the one.
Shit at baseball, like that was it. That was it.
I'm telling you, I was a waste of I looked good in the uniform, but I was a waste of some dues and fees and stuff like that, man. It was not worth it. It was just not good.
Real shit. I remember being, and I'm gonna answer my own question. So I remember being 6 years old and maybe 7. This is when I first could start kind of conceptually really remembering things from at that particular point in my life. And my mom took me. I said I wanted to play football for Kirkwood Park, and my mom took me to the little thing. She took me late, so she took me to the football practice. They gave me pads and everything, and all I wanted to do was hit kids, bro. And the coach put me off the team, bro. Like I was like, I wasn't ready to play football, bro. I did not listen at all. Matter of fact, I was 7 years old. This is the same year I got kept back. Like, that'll tell you how I was a little badass second grader for sure. First and second grader. And my mom had to pull me off the team because my coach was like, yeah, he ain't ready to play football. He ain't trying to play football. He want to tackle, that's about it. He ain't listening to nothing I said. Like, he ain't listening to
Wow. Do you remember this time?
Yeah, I remember this moment in my life.
So what do you remember?
I remember cause practice went hard, I just before he called hike, I was already hitting somebody on the ground. Every time whoever's in front of me is a lineman where we supposed to be just learning how to do that and hold lineman up. I'm trying to knock somebody over every time. And I'm thinking like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I just was not hearing nothing he was saying at that young age, bro. And the coach was, my mom was like, yeah, the coach told me you're not ready. And I'm like, I'm asking myself now as I get older, was my mama lying to me because she really didn't want me to play? You know what I'm saying? Because I know coaches.
That boy gonna mess around and hurt somebody out here.
I'm find somebody to find somebody for him to hit. I promise I'm gonna find somebody for that man, that young man to hit. He want to hit somebody. We gonna find somebody for $1 million. And this, it's not what what happened. So, but that would be the last time I played football. I tried out for Chapel Hill. I actually made that team, and my mom didn't want to take me to get my physical. I kind of went to those trials without her knowing. And she was like, look, you play in the band, I'll do the band stuff, because I tried out for Southwest and I tried out for the 8th grade football team. And my mom was like, yeah, I ain't take you to get that physical. Like, cause we had a deadline, or they weren't gonna let you play for the year. And she just refused to take me to get a physical that year, bro. And so I didn't get to play. And she was like, your dad can take you. If your dad take you and he willing to do all that, you can do it. But Pops was working. Type of job he worked at that time.
This is one. So she knew it. That was kind of like saying maybe.
Yeah, but she knew.
If your dad'd take you, you can. You already know it's dead as soon as you hear it.
Yeah, if your dad'll pick you up from practice, you can do it. Like, no, he get home at 10 at night. A lot of nights, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in school all day. Like, no, so That was kind of how that ended, bro. That kind of ended that way. And you know what? For a long time, I didn't believe my dad. I thought he was just lying. Like he just didn't believe in me. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't want to. You was being a bad dad. You didn't want to be there for me and make sure I got. That was like your mama didn't want you to play football. Look, I know she done told you them lies for years.
You know, my me getting into music is kind of similar.
Okay,
And I
okay.
think because I told you we talked about this in the last episode, the elementary schools we went to, and I went to
Mhm.
the last one I went to was Bob Mathis Elementary, and I think that fed right into Southwest DeKalb's band. You know, they came to see us. I think one day they marched right into the cafeteria, got to see the whole thing. It was pretty awesome, And
Yeah.
then they said, you guys can play instruments. And they came in one day. Some people did, teachers or whatever, and they had different ones you could try. And I remember trying a couple different ones and already kind of having a preference, but they were like, I think you'd be good for trombone. They probably were just putting people on the, not a lot of people probably gonna pick trombone, so let's put this guy on it. Plus, it might look hilarious. He's 4 foot tall and the trombone's 5 foot. So we'll love to see how silly it looks. And
Oh,
and
that's funny as hell.
I did not care. I did not care. I just wanted an instrument. Like I just thought it was super cool. I wanted to play the trumpet, but I was like, whatever they say. Like I went home. They saying I'll be good for this. I'd be good playing this instrument right here. And my mom was like, oh, okay. Like I'd been talking about it, and my mom was in her high school band. She was um dance girl, majorette, what they call
Okay.
those things. And so
Oh, so
she had
your dad was the
she had some
athlete that got
understanding.
them.
My
Your
dad,
dad was the
was
athlete
on the
that
high
got the
school
dance
football
girl.
team and that whole thing, right? So I think
Yeah.
he just didn't really, it wasn't really resonating. He was a football guy, and I was moving from that to do, play music more and do this, and so I think getting an instrument of my own to get it all started, it didn't seem like a priority for him,
How
and I
long
think my
from?
mom might have kind of pushed a little bit for me to get it. It probably wouldn't have happened if she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I do have. That's why I was saying I have a moment, kind of like what you were saying.
I mean, you know what? Knowing you as we gotten older, as we were in college, you strike me as a person who could have did track for sure. You know what I mean? So and I so I thought that you would probably have looked more toward track and band because you could do track and band at the same
Not
time.
at Southwest Cab. Yeah, that's it would have been too much for me. Everything at Southwest Cab was
Dedication, like you got to be
showy. You got to be there all the time. You got to be involved. I already had you know what I mean, a thing at the school that had me, involved enough,
I
and
got you.
so
I got you.
I didn't do
You know,
anything extra other than the one thing that I was there to do.
I know Terrence.
I mean, there were like clubs and stuff that I was involved in, but I'm talking about like a hardcore, like other extracurricular, not at the high school, no. Yeah.
We had Terrence Dillon. He was drum major at Southwest.
Yeah.
And his brother, they both.
Shout out TD.
Yeah, shout out to Terrence and I'm drawing a blank on his brother's name right now, but
Ramon.
Ramon. They were both in the percussion section
Shout
with
out.
us. But they both ran
Yeah.
track. And I
Legendary.
never knew they ran track. And
Yeah.
they were so fast too, bro. It was crazy. They was fast. Like Ramon was fast, bro. Terrence was fast too. But they both ran track, and you would never know it because we spent so much time in band. Like, and
Yeah.
so dude, how did you have time to
And
do
then they
both?
spent the rest of the time. Exactly.
Yeah, like,
No,
you're right.
thank
You're
you.
right. It took a lot. It take a lot out of you to do both. So I totally get it, man. But look, man, this has been an awesome episode, man. Once again, we want to say rest in peace to rest in heaven to Coach William Buck Godfrey.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a Southwest DeKalb legend. I think he came to the school in like 1984, somewhere around there. So he came, He brought the school to a place where it was respected as far as a football program, and it
Yeah.
stayed respected the whole time he was there.
Yeah.
He was a very good coach. He was a even better man. And I would say that his teaching skills or his teaching acclimate was just as good, if not better, than his coaching, and that is an impressive feat in itself. But I would
100%.
like to say to his family, we wish you guys well. We hope that everything is working out for your family, and that you guys find solace in the memories that was created with Coach Buck. Because
Yeah.
if
And
he was
knowing
in it,
that, yeah, like you said, man, his legacy is just gonna reach so far for so long. You know, even through generations, even if you don't tell your kid who taught you whatever lesson it is you're teaching them, is still making its way down. You know what I mean? And I think that's a way to be immortal, man. And so
I agree. I
I
agree.
appreciate I appreciate everything about who he was, you know, and the impact that he had on me personally. Because, like I said, a lot of folks sometimes would be like, I mean, he was just a football coach. Why do you even care? You weren't on the football team. But he was a lot more. And
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we show our respects, man. And, you know, I appreciate you for saying all you said. He's a giant amongst a bunch of us kids there at Southwest DeKalb. And when you got to be an adult and see what life he led just up to that point, you know, of us
Yeah.
knowing him, was a lot of life. You know, I mean, and
A
it
lot.
wasn't all spent in Georgia. It wasn't all spent in Atlanta. He lived in different places. He did different things, you know. And it's just inspiring. And it tells you that a person, no matter what, he's the epitome of don't judge a book by its cover, you know,
No, for sure. For
because
sure.
so much about him that I know I would not have ever guessed just by seeing him and hearing him, without getting to know him and being in that classroom and him taking the time to get to know me too. So,
Would have never thought he wrote a book, and not a small book. He wrote a book. Like
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
read all this book. You know what I mean? Like he didn't write a
yeah,
pamphlet. It went 150 pages. It was a book. You
right.
know, so like to know that about him, man, and to listen to the way that he talks Shakespeare. He introduced me to Paul Robeson as a black actor, as the leading black actor of Shakespeare. So just to have that opportunity to know him, man, I think it was an awesome thing. But bro, this has been a good episode. It's always good. It's always good to be on here with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always a great talk.
I look forward to cutting clips from this one. It feels a little bit nostalgic in a lot of ways for me. So I look forward to cutting the clips for this one.
You just want to tell everybody I was bad at something. That baseball thing's not staying, by the way. That was just.
Well, you know what? You have to cut out a lot of different parts, like this part now, because it's here. Once it's here, it's here. You know, you can't do nothing about it. But
it's gonna be nothing but the introduction, that one dad tackling that coach, and then talking about Coach Godfrey. And that's the episode.
That one dad tackling that coach and talking about Coach Godfrey. You're going to get that all condensed into one. But guys, It's been great. You know what we do here. We're here to push the culture forward. We want to get it where it needs to be. And we want to make sure.
Get it there on time. Absolutely, y'all.
You guys take care, man. It's been awesome. Y'all be good.